Assalamu alaikum viewers. Today we are going to discuss language acquisition device. That is a theory that is posted by Noam Chomsky in 1950. Viewers, LAD actually stands for Language Acquisition Device. LAD is a hypothetical tool hand-wired into brain that helps children rapidly learn and understand language. As the abbreviation clearly reflects that language acquisition device. Actually, viewers, this is not a concrete device. Rather, it is an abstract device, or you can say it is an hypothetical device that is just supposed. That is a device that is supposed to be in the human minds of all human minds. So, what that device does, or what is the purpose or the function of this device? इन उर्दू वी कैन से दैट ये डिवाइस जो है ये एक जस्ट हाइपोथेसिस है, हाइपोथेटिकल डिवाइस है इंसान के अंदर, इंसान के जहन में, और ये हर इंसान के जहन में होती है। ये क्या करती है? इट हेल्प्स द ह्यूमन माइंड टू लर्न लैंग्वेज। और ये नहीं है कि ये सिर्फ सारी लैंग्वेजेस को लर्न करे या डायरेक्टली इन नेट या इंट्यूशन के ज़रिए वो लैंग्वेज लर्न करे, बट it is the basic for learning language. Chomsky argued that all humans are born with the knowledge of what makes a human language. That is clear. The term universal grammar has been used to describe the knowledge contained in the lad. So after that, the lad was more defined or was more exposed with the help of universal grammar. This universal grammar will be explained in my next video, so stay tuned with this video. Lad is, according to Noam Chomsky, humans are born with lad, but other species are not human or not. Non-human primates and other species do not spontaneously learn human language. Furthermore, attempts to teach non-human species language have yielded mixed results. Chomsky told that humans or every human is born with a LAD, a language acquisition device. LAD doesn't mean that with the help of LAD one can, or a child, even human, can directly understand language, but there are some special rules or patterns or the parts of speech, like for example subject, verb, object, that are actually fixed in the speaker's mind. With the help of this lad, the speaker can differentiate between those words, and he can he can produce more structures. The only thing he needs about lad is vocabulary. After getting the vocabulary, he can directly use that vocabulary properly. Furthermore, Chomsky differentiated between humans and non-humans language devices or language. That, for example, if humans are born with the innate thing, that is lad, they directly just learn the language with signs or with vocabularies, or there is a proper structure, basic structure in their minds. But in non-humans like chimpanzees or gorillas or other animals, they don't have such structure, they don't have such quality, or they don't have such chip, or you can call it a device. So what makes them learn language? They are specially trained. Their training is based on science. With the help of science, they learn language. So that's the main difference between humans and non-humans language. The other Noam Chomsky, as this theory was against behavioristic theory, like B.F. Skinner has concluded that there is a human mind is like a blank slate. Whatever you speak or you guess to it, you suggest to it, that is written directly on that blank slate, and the speaker gets it. But Noam Chomsky told that no, there is lead in human mind. So he defended his theory on the following basis. The first one is language is fundamentally similar across all of humanity, like noun, verb, and positives or negatives. It means that the basic properties of language, for example subject, verb and object, are similar or the same across all the human languages in the world. On the ground, if you see, languages are totally different, their structures are different, but the basic properties of their structure, for example subject, even there are changes, differences in the structure, but the main thing is that there is a subject, there is a verb and there is an object in each and every language, but their structures are changed. So Noam Chomsky told that the basic structures of subject, verb and object are the same, and that is laid, that is installed, that is an innate thing in the human minds. So even he has the quality to differentiate between the positives or negatives. So that is the basic thing in human mind. He defended his theory by this point. The second point arised by Noam Chomsky was that while learning the language, children don't make expected errors of basic structures. For example, subject, verb, and object. Chomsky argued that if we are teaching or if we are making the children, one basic point in LAD is that language LAD stands for language acquisition device, and there is a difference between acquisition and learning. We are not going into details of this difference, but simply I can say that acquisition is something that is learned unconsciously, and learning is something that is based on conscious efforts. So here lead is an unconscious thing that is acquired, that is innate. So it means that the children don't need such conscious efforts. Here we have that while learning the language, children don't make the expected errors of basic structures, for example, subject, verb, and object. If they are taught the vocabulary, for example, if a children is taught to if a children is taught a statement about, like for example, bring the book, so he will directly replace that book or that structure with other words. He can directly substitute those words even if you don't tell him. He can also say that bring the glass, or bring the clock, or uh, or bring the cap, or bring the charger, whatever. He can directly substitute other words into it. The third point is that even the children apply rules on the exceptions of language. Third argument was that the children apply rules on the exceptions of language. For example, if a language was taught, like for example, we are at this BS level, we are learning language, and we are given different rules and regulation that how to use language. Even there are exceptions in that language, so we use language consciously, but the lead is an unconscious thing that is just acquired. So the children don't know where to use the exceptional rule or where to use the other rules, or where is the exception. They directly what they do, they directly apply all the rules even on the exceptions. For example, we have fishes for fish, the plural of fish is fishes, we sometimes say that fishes, but deers deer is not the plural of deer. Yes, so the rule for making plural fish, the we have added es to make it plural, but we don't add es or s to deers for making it plural. But what the children do, they directly apply that exceptional rule and make deers instead of deer. So now coming to the another slide, that is what makes me human. It is the question on your part. You have to answer. You can better put your comments in the comment box that what are those qualities that makes you human in terms of language, that differentiates you from animals. So what are those qualities that differentiate you? That is on your part. You can better put your comments in the comment box. So that was all about language acquisition device LAD. If you have any question or if you have any suggestions, you can directly put your comments in the comment box, and your comments will be considered worthy. Thank you for watching the video.